I was going to Randa, you've actually studied Islamophobia. In fact, you are in the process of studying it. So what do you take from the questions we're getting now?
Well, you know, there's been a huge backlash since the terror raids, and we're seeing you know, the invective and the obscenity online on social media. We're seeing Muslim women at the front line because they're obviously visibly identifiable in their hijabs as Muslims, and people pin their anxieties and fears and hatreds onto those women, and they have to suffer the most horrible verbal and physical abuse. We're seeing a huge increase in Islamophobic incidents. But what I want to focus on is the fact that, like you said, it is the perception that the Muslim community is being targeted. The Muslim community is the only community that was consulted about the terror laws, because it is the image that is projected is that terrorism is a Muslim issue, that the Muslim population is a problem population. And the language of Team Australia, I mean, Scott Pointing is a sociologist, and he cites Canadian criminologist Barbara Perry and says states confer permission to hate on their citizens. And the way they do that is that when they encounter a certain population, a certain community as the enemy in the war on terror, they somehow give a moral license or permission to members of the community to encounter that community as an enemy. It's almost as though they're emboldening Islamophobia. And we've seen a direct correlation. The terror raids occurred and a huge increase in Islamophobic incidents. And the Team Australia example, it's the language of division. It's the language of inclusion and exclusion. First, you have the fact that 40% of Australians were born here. Australian Muslims were born here, and yet the assumption is that we came here. And then again, it's this idea of a benevolent Anglo majority schooling and managing a deviant Muslim minority. This is the message that is being sent, whether unwittingly or not, by leadership, and it emboldens Islamophobes when that message of division and deviance is coming from the highest leaders of the country. And that is why people feel empowered by those sorts of messages to attack Muslim women who wear the hijab as the incarnation of everything that we see as evil in Australia. And it's not fair for Muslim women to have to undergo that.